very, because the way to judge U.S. readiness is to read about the leaks and the information you can find on Chinese and Russian systems. And you can turn to Janes. Janes is like the Bible on this. Stuff gets leaked out all the time. China has been selling anti-stealth system called the JY-27. JY-27A, I believe it's called, if you look it up. And China has been selling that to everybody. They sold it to Pakistan, of all people, so they could use it in the northern provinces when they in India get into it. Because, you know, the Paks in India, they go to the north corner and they get into it now and then. And so, you want to dance, mother? Yeah, I'll dance. And they go out there. Guess what? It was the JY-27A that was being used in Venezuela all the way through it. And they have told the world that it's an anti-stealth radar system. Well, why was it that no SAMs were fired? We didn't lose any aircraft, SAMs, surface-to-air missiles.
Yes.
And that's the ones that are crazy. And so why do people want this? But guess what just happened? What just happened? This system didn't work. We walked right in, shut down the radar, got in, got our guy and his wife, and left. And they shot arms fire, not missiles, SAMs, but arms fire at one helicopter was struck, but we left. You know what that means? That means this didn't work. So if the JY-27A didn't work, then I say to myself, why didn't it work? Because something badder prevented it from working. So I believe this.
U.S.
Yep, and this is all biblical. You know, these things aren't just events that's just taking place. These are not far-fetched weapons that Esau is using. How do you think he's able to literally obtain the fatness of the earth and to have these different nations under his subjection and have so much control even in these other nations' own countries? It's because of the blessing. It's because of the sword that's been given to this man, which is upholding his status, you know. And this was given by Yahweh Shema Shah. So this is basically, you know, divine power on the left-hand side that Esau possesses, you know, and it, through the lens, through carnality, so to speak. But this Revelation 6 in verse 3, it says, and when I had opened, it's like, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red. That's Esau, Edom. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. You see, so power was given. It was given to Esau, Edom from Yahweh Shema Shai. He didn't just accumulate this power because he's just such a genius. You know, how he try to portray himself on TV, or, you know, you hear him by his proud speech like he just got it all on his own. He ain't need no handouts from nobody. No, this was given to him by the Lord, man. You see? And this was all to fulfill the Lord's will. You see? It says, and that they should kill, wait a minute. Yep. And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. See, this was a great sword that this man has, you know. This is a great sword. So it could go all the way, you know, from these different sonic weapons that he's using to invade these certain countries. And it could go all the way to an ICBM missile, man. You see? Or any other, you know, type of weaponry that is not even being spoken about. This man has military soldiers that wear exosuits, you know, and it showed you that, you know, in the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And the name of it was Advanced Warfare, you see? So these drones and all these different things that you're hearing that were being used for the capturing of Venezuela's president and his wife, that's not far-fetched because he been showing you these things. Just like how we possess iPhones, iPads, TVs, all of these things were been created hundreds of years ago, man. You see? Well, I say at least, at least 50 years ago. These things been in the making. It's not a new idea, you know. They've been creating these things since the 40s, you know, even before then, you know. But now his sword is just being sharpened, You see, it's just being perfected, you know, and that's why the scriptures tell you, well, who will make war with the beast, so to speak, roughly paraphrasing. It's only Yahweh Shemel Shai, Yahweh Shai, the Lamb, is the only one that could come back and destroy Esau and his military might and his kingdom. You see, it's not gonna be, you know, no other nation that's just gonna conjure up an army and have the weaponry to come against Esau, because Esau has divine weapons or divine power on the left hand side given to him by Yahweh Shemel Shai. Continuing on, verse 7, it says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And we understand, pursuant to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, that Esau is as death. So if you're not willing to get down with this man's plans, guess how he tries another way to persuade you, and that's by what? Coming down on you with the sword. You know, if you're not willing to get down with him, then he gonna put the sword on you, man. You see? It says, that's why he is as death. It says, and power was given unto them over the four part of the earth, which is America, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the field. You see? So this man, you know, he has great power, man. You see? It ain't no nation, can't no nation compare to America's military power, man. You see? Matter of fact, let's get this word power real quick.
Strong's G, 1849, exousia. Exousia.
Yep. It says power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases. You see? So Esau has the freedom to do as he please, because through the blessing that Isaac gave him, which is our Lord Yahweh Shai, in the reincarnation, that blessing consisted of him getting the fatness of the earth, and him also having a sword so he can maintain that power. You see? It says physical and mental power. Yeah. So this man has certain things that can mess with your mind, you know. And he tested some of these things out on the average American, you know. It's not like these are new weaponry that this man is just now, you know what I mean, coming out with. No, this man been having, you know, certain, you know, weaponry, you know, that messes with your mental, you know, that can shut down your organs, you know. Hell, you got this man got a heart attack gun, you know. He got certain weapons to where from hundreds feet away, he could shoot like heat waves towards you, and it'll feel like the sun beaming on your ass, man. You know, it says the ability or strength with which one is endued, which he either possesses or exercises. See? And like I said earlier, these things was given to him on high. Continuing on, this Genesis 27:38, it says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me, also my father. It says, and Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. You see? And we seen when was that, last year, 2 years ago, with Maui, with that Maui situation, where this man had what? He used the direct energy weapons to wage war. You see? Because he's been given the power to what? Do as one pleases. You see? He's been given the freedom to wreak havoc on the planet Earth, man. But all of this is not going unnoticed by Yahweh Shema Shah. The Lord is allowing him to do this. You see? Just puffing this man up with pride just so he could be taken down, man. You see? It says, and by thy sword shall thou live. You see? So this is how Esau has been able to still be in power. This is why we tell you Jakes out there that's trying to do this little militia shit. You know, you think you finna gear up and, even you maggers out there, you military niggas out there, you that found out that America messed you over, made you fight these wars for other reasons, and you think you finna rise up against Esau, these elites. No, man, these niggas have been, given the sword, man. Why you think it's so easy for Trump? Now he's talking about implementing the Insurrection Act, which is martial law. Why you think those talks are so quick to fly out this nigga mouth, man? You see, because he understands and knows what the military is capable of, man. You see? And hell, we could go a step further. We ain't even got to go towards just U.S. military. How about some of these different agencies that's not even being spoken about? These top secret agencies. Fuck Delta Force, Fuck Navy SEALs, Fuck U.S. Marines. This nigga got certain organizations that's never been heard about, man. And they're operating these weapons, different combat drills, and preparing, to lay you people down, man, with no hesitation. You see? So it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. It's Isaiah 45 and 7. And I'm going to close out with this one. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, do all these things. You see? So all of this is, of Yahweh Shema Shah's workings, Esau is not doing nothing that the Lord hasn't already signed off on and predestinated for this man to do. The way he's operating in the earth, even though it's in a wicked way, this is the Lord's doings. This is the Lord that got him doing that. It's the Lord that gave him this sword to puff him up with pride, just like he did ancient Pharaoh. Why? Just to bring him down so the names of Yahweh Shema Shah can be glorified. So Lord willing, that was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who taught me this truth. Peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.